Corey Linsley agreeing to terms with the Chargers.
The #1 graded Pro Football Focus center in the league last season.
Arguably the best center in the National Football League right now.
Corey, you could have gone anywhere, but why did you choose to sign with the Chargers?
You know, I had a lot of, I was talking to Brian Bulaga a lot, got a lot of input from him. Everything that he said was positive about here. I mean, he's had a wonderful experience thus far, you know, both on and off the field. So that meant a lot to me. And I felt like, you know, especially because we've kind of experienced the same things. So he knew where I was coming from with everything. So that played a huge role in my decision. And also the potential that this team has. I mean, I wanted to be a part of it and contribute to that because they got a lot of talented players, you know, a lot of promising young guys too. So it's, I definitely wanted to come and be a part of that.
How good of a salesman is Bulaga, considering he's been here for 1 year? He doesn't even really know this new coaching staff yet.
Well, you know, I mean, the place sells itself a little bit, but you know, so it wasn't too difficult. But just to have him, you know, say all that stuff, it was comforting for sure.
You spent 6 seasons together. What's it going to be like reuniting with him now?
It'll be awesome. It'll be a fun time. Again, having that communication where he knows the language that I'm coming from, and we'll both have, you know, there will be a transition phase, obviously new staff and everything, so we'll, there's some new stuff that both of us are learning, but all in all, you know, it'll be good. Yeah,
that familiarity, I'd say, it really bodes well both on and off the field for you guys, right?
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. And just like I said, he's been through the same stuff, you know, obviously we overlapped for 6 years, so it'll help with the transition.
And he's in for the touchdown! End zone, touchdown!
A quarterback-center relationship, probably the most important on a football team. You worked with one of the best to do it, Aaron Rodgers. Now you have Justin Herbert. So how can your veteran presence help guide a young guy like him along?
Yeah, you know, I mean, he seems to be doing all right himself.
Yeah,
you know,
true.
he had a heck of a year last year. So I don't know anything about playing quarterback. So you know, but Aaron is the best in the business for a reason, and any type of, you know, advice that I can get from him for the operation, you know, 90% of what you see on TV from what Aaron does, you know, that's all preparation. It takes a lot of time, and he had a hand in creating it. So for me to be around that again for 7 years, hopefully I can bring a lot of that to the table and how Aaron prepares, how, you know, our operation was. He's very creative. I mean, it's impressive. It was impressive to watch him. So again, hopefully I can bring some of that with my presence here.
How do you start building that communication between the two of you? Is it something that can start now, maybe just by talking, or is it really a process where you have to get out on the field and work together?
Yeah, it's logistically, you know, everything on the field and all that, it's going to take practice, reps. You know, we can talk about it as much as you want, but it'll take reps, and we're going to have to get extra reps, get the feel for, you know, how he wants the ball snapped, where he wants it, you know. A lot of that is going to take time that we're going to have to put in extra work, but you know, it needs to be done, so we'll do it.
You brought stability to Green Bay's center position. You started all 99 games that you played. What are some of your best qualities as a center?
From a center perspective, I feel like I'm intelligent when it comes to, you know, processing things on the field. You know, I'm pretty calm. I'm not, you know, I don't try not to get too high with the highs, low with the lows. So, you know, that type of stability, you know, emotionally can help a lot. From a center perspective, I guess those are the two most important things, I'd say.
So there are a couple other reunions for you on this team. One of them, the Chargers recently agreed to terms with Jared Cook, former teammate of yours. And I don't think anyone can think of him without thinking of that ridiculous grab. Yeah, right. You know where I'm going with this.
Rodgers spins to his left. Comes underneath, and the pass is incomplete, out of bounds. Now they say complete. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable. The first official came down the sideline and said incomplete. The official from behind the play said the catch was good, and he was right. Wow.
What do you remember really about that play, and maybe what will he bring to this offense?
Yeah, Jared was a phenomenal teammate. The biggest thing that I remember about Jared is that everyone was furious when we didn't re-sign him, and because that's how much he meant to the team. Again, great teammate, great dude, a professional on and off the field, and everything that you want in a teammate. And again, when we didn't re-sign him, there was a lot of frustration from teammates and disappointment for sure. So that I think that speaks the most to the type of teammate and player that he is.
What are his best qualities?
I mean, as a teammate, you know, he again just handling his business. I don't know anything about playing tight end, but you know, he's fast, he can run well, you know, all that. But as a teammate, I mean, he's a professional. He handles his business. He's a great example. Again, he's been in the league for a long time now. He knows the in and outs. He knows how to handle himself, and that'll mean a lot to the young guys too, to look at him and either, like, you know, see the guy that's done it at a high level for a long time, and, you know, see how it's done.
Another familiar face, Joey Bosa. You guys were teammates at Ohio State. What's it going to be like reuniting with him now?
Yeah, I spent a year there with him. You know, I've seen him a few times over the years, and, you know, he still remembers me, so that's pretty cool. You know, but yeah, he hadn't gone too big time, I guess, on me. But I remember seeing Joey at his pro day when he was coming out. I was like, man, that's the most talented kid that I've ever seen at Ohio State, and he's played like it. He's lived up to his potential and his billing. So it's been impressive to watch him, and it's been a lot of fun, and you know, it'll be fun getting to see him work, you know, up close.
Kind of good to now be on the same team.
Oh yeah, real good. Yeah, for sure. And not having to face him, you know, it's you know, again, he's out on the edge most of the time, but still, it's definitely a lot easier being on the same team.
Totally. And then lastly, Corey, you were the Packers Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee last year. I know giving back is something that's really important to you, to your wife, to your family, but just what really excites you now about being able to come to a new community and give back here?
We worked with an organization called CASA, you know, Court Appointed Special Advocates, and the big tagline is being the voice for the child, and we had a lot of impact. CASA had a lot of impact on us too in Green Bay, so, you know, we haven't looked into it yet, but seeing if there are CASA-like opportunities out here, if there are CASAs out here, you know, that's definitely something that we want to stay involved with. It means so much to the people that are involved in, you know, the Child Protective Services program. So, yeah, that's definitely something that we want to stay involved with.
Well, welcome here. We're glad to have you.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.